ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your favorite syntax sorcerer. Today we're going to be whipping up some magic on file.io. Now, file.io, what does that mean? Well, it's reading from and writing to files. And in this example, we're just going to do a regular text file. We're going to use the StreamReader and StreamWriter. They're going to look something like this. StreamWriter. They're going to look something like that. We'll get into the code in a second. For text files. And then we'll use, eventually we're going to do like a binary file where we're going to use FileStream. And so before we dive into the code, let's just like quickly discuss why file handling is important. So as we always do, we're going to comment our code down here. And why did I hit enter? I don't know. So whether you're saving user data, whether you're configuring settings, or let's say, let's just go with logging information, right? Login info. Being able to read and write the files is essential for basically every single application. If you play any game that requires you to log in online, usually, sometimes your files are saved, like if you use Steam, your files are going to be saved on the Steam cloud rather than on your PC. But old people like me will know that you could actually access the files back in the day through going through the file explorer through your Windows, through your like C drive and stuff, find where it was written, and then look at the information. And sometimes you could like change your character level, not really, but like you could like edit stuff. Right? And back in the day, maybe you could change your level, but like now the security is much more robust so that you can't really cheat. They just give you like cheat codes, right? So it's something simple like that. Just reading and writing from a file, it's essential. Everybody uses it. Now in C#, we have several classes that make file handling really easy. And we're just gonna show you those. So like in old C#, we had to do like using system, and this is not important, but this is kind of like the libraries you had to call on. You'd be always using systems, so normally that would be up here above namespace. And then for I/O, you'd be like system.io, right? That's kind of the libraries we're going to be calling on, but C# is so well-rounded and so robust, we don't have to call those libraries anymore. They're automatically put in there. So, with that being said, let's start with some text files. We're just going to do StreamReader and StreamWriter, write a text file. We're just going to make it quick, simple, and effective, and then later we'll do some, like, I've got a couple that are going to get into more and more and more complex as we go along, because now we're kind of starting to hit that, like, intermediate area of where, like, oh, now you know most of the basics, so now we're going to go into, like, more like advanced-ish stuff. Like this is pushing past beginner, but I wouldn't call it intermediate just yet. So anyways, let's continue. So first thing, we're going to start in our void main. We're not going to do anything crazy. We're not going to write any other modules or anything just yet. But we're going to start with string file path, and then we're going to say, we're just going to call it example.txt because we're going to save it as a text file. So this is just going to show up as like a notepad file, right? And you would normally just put like a file, if you want a specific file path saved in there, that's where you'd basically put it, right? So what we're going to do now is we're just going to write into a text file. All right, and with that, we're going to be using man, my brain turned off for a second there. StreamWriter. And then we're going to call it writer. And we're going to say new StreamWriter. And then we're just going to say, yeah, just like how it shows, autofill file path. Yeah, perfect, right? And then from here, I don't know why the brackets don't want to close anymore. From here, we're just going to say writer.writeLine hello world. World, right? Simple. We've done this before. We did our hello world before. And then we're going to say writer.writeLine, and we'll just say this is a simple text file. Doop. All right, perfect. Boom. And then outside of that small little module there, we're going to say console.writeLine, and we're going to say text file written successfully. And then we're going to go over more advanced text file stuff later. Oops, not that. More advanced file stuff later. For now, we're just keeping it plain and simple. This is going to be a quick, short video, probably. So let's just go ahead and run it. All right. So as we can see, it says text file writer successfully. Text file written successfully. Gosh, I need to not look at my other screen because my other screen doesn't show the end. So we know that text file has been written successfully. That is the most simple, straightforward. We're just going to go over this so that people understand what's going on. And then we're going to do a read in from a text file. So right here, let's just go over this real quick. We're using the StreamReader, right? That object specifically to write a file named example text, right? Boom, example text. We use the WriteLine method to write the text to the file and then close the StreamReader when we're done. So now we're going to read from said file, right? So we're going to go, we don't need to add string file path because we've already got it in there. Now we're going to do reading from a text file. Okay, and then we're going to do using, and we're going to do the StreamReader this time. And we're going to say, well, reader, new StreamReader file path. This is actually perfect, right? And then from here, we're just going to say string line. We're just going to call it line. And then while line equals read.readline, so reader.readline. Yes, I know I can just fill it in, but we're just doing this. We're going to say is not equal to null, okay? You guys remember not equal to null, right? Then console.writeLine. And then it's just going to say line. Thank you, autocorrect. No, you were fine. I messed it up. Oh, you don't like me. Bam. Bam. All right, and that's perfect. So we're going to Control S, save this. So let's just review it really fast because we've already kind of basically covered it. To read the same file, we use the StreamReader this time. Reader, so it reads it. Writer writes it. Easy, right? We read each line of the file using the readLine method and then print it to console. So now when we Control save, we're going to run it. Hello world. So now it is successfully read. We've written the text file. Now we've read the text file. This is a simple text file. Ready? See? Boom. That's pretty awesome, isn't it, guys? Very simple, very straightforward, not very hard to follow. We will do some advanced, like, file in, out, reading. I always thought file IO meant in, out. I don't know if it does. People have said it doesn't to me. When you look it up, it's the people are like back and forth on it. I always thought it meant file in and out, as in reading the file in, reading the file out. I don't know. I think it's fine. But yeah, this is very straightforward, very simple. We're gonna delve into some like a binary file, and then maybe later we'll do like a more advanced like file IO system where we read from like a specific path on our computer where we put the text file. But yeah, this is very easy, straightforward stuff. So remember, guys, if you like that, like, share, subscribe. And that's it for this lesson today. But we will go into more longer stuff now. I've written short examples and then I've written long examples so that we start grinding this kind of stuff into our brains. So if you guys like that, bam, there it is. Have a great day.